I'm Phil Gaimon. When I was a pro cyclist, I would travel to some of the most beautiful places on Earth, and then race right past it and have dinner at the hotel. Now that I'm retired, I'm going back to do it right. But I still love to suffer, so I'm training hard and staying fit. This is worst retirement ever.
So I got to Utah 2 days ago. Yesterday I suffered where Monster Hydro made me climb Powder Mountain. Today we're going to do a little riding that's more my speed. We're going to show you Park City. So this is scenic downtown Main Street, Park City. It's kind of a ski town. Well, this guy will tell you better about it. Our velo guide for this trip is Don. Don, tell us a little bit about Park City. This is this little bougie Main Street here.
Yeah, well, Park City is one of the oldest mining towns that's this well preserved. It's been a mining town since the early 1800s. When mining died out, then it became much more of a ski town. In the late 1940s was the first time the lifts were built here, and then now it's all known for skiing, and in the summer it's a great place to train for climbing and mountain biking and all other kinds of recreation.
So we're also joined today on this bike ride by my lead out from the climb yesterday. I'm sorry, Jess, but thank you. And Blake from Bike Hardcore, and then the founder of my lube sponsor is Bike Hardcore, and the founder is here with us today. He's a Park City local expert as well. Blaine.
Yeah.
I lubed it yesterday. It's fine. Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
Another Park City local going to join us on the ride today. So, you guys ready?
Yeah. So what are we doing?
I'm the only one who's not ready. I'm going to get dressed. Hang on. So Park City wasn't always super bougie ski town. Blaine's family's been here for generations, and he had a story about this movie theater.
Yeah, the Egyptian theater. My dad worked here when he was a teenager, and he was telling me, we were having lunch over here the other day, and he was telling me that the sheriff came over to the saloon that was to the left of the theater and forewarned the owner of the saloon to get his lotto machines out of the basement because authorities from Salt Lake were going to come and raid. So my dad, he was probably 14 or 15, him and his buddy working at the Egyptian were told to grab all the slot machines
right,
and put them behind the screen.
So what you're saying is Utah used to be cool, and now they give you, like, how much did we get in the shots last night for the margarita?
0.9 ounces.
0.9 ounces.
Don't want to.
I'm not uptight. I'm from Georgia, and I was like, what's going on here? When did that happen?
I don't know, man. I mean, I kind of grew up in a family where Utah is rad. Like, my great-grandmother was the seamstress for the town Madam. So that's the Utah I know. That's the Utah I know.
Prostitution is rad.
I'm not condoning it, but I'm just saying, those are my roots.
It's Bike Hardcore. What do you expect?
Yeah.
All right. Let's go. Let's go check out some nature. There's some hills and trees. I want to see that.
One last thing is we're right by Mrs. Fields Cookies in the 80s and the through the early 2000s. This is where Mrs. Fields Cookies headquarters was, right here. So it was
I was
great
smelling
time.
your buttery lube, but that's the soul of Mrs. Fields in here.
Yes.
Did Mrs. Fields herself, was she here?
Yes. The corporate headquarters were here. She was here with her husband. So
I feel like I should light a candle. There's a lot of old architecture from the mining days around here. So what are we looking at? What are the highlights of Park City old buildings?
Sure, they're on the National Historic Register. This is the former Union Pacific Railroad station. That's right behind us here. It was made into a restaurant by Robert Redford. The other ones that we'll look at are the distillery, which is back in the day was the livery for where the horses were put overnight after pulling things in and out of the mine. And then up the street just a little ways is the former city hall that is now the Park City Museum. It has the bell on it that was used to warn people of fires. And then lastly, we have the hospital, the Miners Hospital, which was built in 1904. And It was the first hospital up here in Park City, and until then they had to go 30 miles
Yeah, if you have
down the
an accident
canyon.
in the mines, you don't want to go all the way to Salt Lake City
Yeah,
on a
30
horse. huh?
miles. Yeah. So
Okay.
that's the buildings.
Very cool. So we're here up at Deer Valley, which is just above Park City. This is the big ski resort, right, Don?
Yes. It's one of the newer ski resorts here, and it's a huge resort. This is the site, though, of the original ski lifts in Park City, so back
okay.
in the 1940s.
That's those. What's that? Oh, I guess the original ones are probably. Hopefully, they've replaced them by now.
Yes.
I forgot until I got here. My first year racing, I went to U23 Nationals, and it was in this parking lot. The Criterium went down that and then around and then up. It was a climbing race, not a Criterium at all. And I think I made it 5 laps and got pulled. And I was like, "What happened?" And I still don't know what happened, but that's okay. Yeah, I'm not mad anymore.
Really?
Blaine, you said you had your honeymoon over here?
That was mine.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Third building down on that side.
Okay.
Wedding night.
All right, let's move on. That's great. All right. Okay.
Real nice.
All right, keep riding. Our next stop is Park City Mountain. What's Park City Mountain?
Park City Mountain is a ski resort that really reestablished Park City after all the mining died away. In 1963, they developed this as a ski resort, and then from there on, all the ski resorts that have been developed have come after this, and so this really started the renaissance of Park City.
What were they mining back in the day?
Silver, a lot of silver. That was the main mines here were all silver, so that's why a lot of the street names and things are silver.
Ah. Okay. All right, so what's our next stop here?
We're here at the Swaner Preserve. It's a wetlands preserve.
Hang on, Don, I got this. Take a break.
Sure.
The Swaner Eco Center was designed to achieve coveted leadership in energy and environmental design, parentheses LEED, platinum certification, the highest standard by the U.S. Building Council. Swaner achieved this. There's solar panels and power, and it's a wetlands preserve, and there's animals and water. And over there's the Olympic Park. Yep. And we took a nice bike path to go over. Lots of bike paths in Park City. It's not only skier friendly, they're also digging into the fair weather sports, such as bike pedaling. At the top of the hill from the wetland, we've got an actual wetland, which is the Olympic Park, and there's a swimming pool. So what's going on here?
So this is training for various ski events, mostly freestyle, so a lot of spinning and that kind of stuff. Come down the ramps into this nice pool.
They don't even need snow to train for that?
No.
It's so fake.
great.
Everything's so fake. We really rode our bikes up here. We're not fake.
Yeah, we did really do that. But this was from the 2002 Olympics. The ski jumps are right over here, just on the other side of this, where the ski jump events were, and the bobsled events were up here also. It's a really great facility, and a lot of things to do here in the summer also.
And kids just come hang out and watch.
Well,
All right, watch it. Here we go.
here we go.
That was not a good landing. I would give that a 10 for the thing, but a 2 for the splash. It was a big splash and a poor swim.
Yeah, so scoring like diving.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. That was a whatever. And no trip to Park City is complete without, this wasn't Don's suggestion, this was my demand, a trip to Ritual Chocolate, which is a wonderful espresso chocolate spot. When I did my, I came here in 2014 and can you smell it? You can smell it. I know you can. it's YouTube, but you can smell this. When I did, I was here in 2014, and then when I was doing I did like a radio book tour when my book came out, and I talked to like NPR Park City, and just talking to them, I got excited, and I was like, what's that place, Ritual Chocolate? And then I guess it was on here, and somebody called me. It was a whole funny thing, but I'm back, and they have cookies, and they have waffles, which are available from the feed. And what am I going to order? Do you have chocolate drinks? Do you have chocolate drinks that also have espresso?
Yep.
I want that. Can I just get like a nice drinking chocolate with an espresso shot?
Yeah, totally.
That's a thing.
Yep.
Okay, I want that. And a chocolate chip cookie, please. Jess will not be eating a cookie. Jess is eating a Joj bar.
Espresso chocolate almond.
Those are
Joj
good.
bar. Those with the theme.
Those are good. Yeah, that's
Yes.
almost a cookie in a package.
Basically.
Approved. All right, so this means that we're done with Ritual Chocolate, and the time in Park City is done. Thanks, Don. Awesome Veloguide experience. Check him out on Veloguide. Check all my link descriptions. We've got discounts for all kinds of stuff, and they're all chipping in for No Kid Hungry. Cookies from Strava, good stuff like that. Check it out down there. Come see Don in Scottsdale or in Park City, depending on the temperatures. This is the guy who retires right. See ya. And of course, like all my trips this summer, we do include a No Kid Hungry ride. Today we're going to Cookie Corner at the top of the tour of Utah, the last climb on Empire Pass. So it's a 9-mile ride, but it's steep and it's nasty. Nastier for those guys than it is for us.